Well, hello again. This is a Santa head, and I've made it into a bracelet. You can make it into a bracelet or not. You can put it on a body as well. But I'm just going to show you the hat right now. Maybe later I'll make the body underneath it. Okay. So it uses a full red one, and it uses just a part of a blush. The blush goes from ear. There's a cheek underneath here. Then there's the nose, and there's a cheek under here, and then the ear. That's it. The white, I'm going to use about half a white, and anyway. Oh, and a section of pink right there for the mouth. So let's put it together. We're going to take the blush, and what I'm gonna so I'm gonna make the ear, cheek, nose, ear. Okay. But what I'm gonna do is this bubble here will be sacrificed. Okay. Now we're going to do about 2 fingers. That'll be the ear. Then we're going to do about, once again, approximately 2 fingers. Maybe a little over a finger right there. That'll be the nose. Pinch twist. Then we're going to do, if we have 2 fingers here, we need 2 fingers again. There, that's about right. This is all hidden, so it doesn't matter that much. And then we're going to make about another 2 fingers for the ears, or the other ear, that is. Okay. Right there. We're going to leave those 2 things there for now. Okay. Then we're going to take the white. So let's bring it up here. We're going to start from an ear. We're going to do a part of the mustache. Then I put the eyes on. Then I go back to the other side of the mustache. Then I go underneath. Okay. That's all. And then I also have a little bit of white from this for the top of the hat. Okay. So we're going to wrap that around the ear. And we're going to slightly soften what'll be the mustache. And if I've made this 2 fingers, I want the other just slightly more than 2 fingers. So, like 2 1/4 fingers, we'll say. I'm going to wrap that around the nose a few times. Then we're going to do about 1 finger. That's an eyeball. Hopefully you can see that's an eyeball. We're going to do another eyeball. Once again, same size, right? Twist. Tie those or wrap those around each other, or however you want to do it. Okay. So currently, I'm getting that there. We've got it looks like a bit of a mess, and on the white shirt here, I should have put a different shirt on there. White, 2 eyeballs. Once again, slightly softened, slightly more than 2 fingers. Wrap that around the ear a couple of times. That'll do. Good. Now we're gonna grab the red. And we've blown that up, about 6 fingers, 7 fingers. Attach to whichever ear you want to attach that to. So we're going to wrap around. Okay. And I kind of open up the head a bit and put the red to the other ear. And then I go back and forth. Okay. We go again. Back to the other ear. If you want at this point, you can put the top of the head right there. So it's about 3 to 4 fingers, couple pinch twists, 3 to 4 fingers. However big you want that to be, totally up to you. Okay. So I'm doing 4 fingers. Then I'm going to do a pinch twist. Another pinch twist. Another 4 fingers. Approximately. Push that around the ear a couple of times. Then I'm going to slightly soften this, and it will go over the eyes into the ear. Hopefully you can still see that. Good. Okay. Now we will take what will be the bottom of the beard, right there. And we're going to, once again, soften those kind of under the hat a little bit, right to the other ear. I'm going to wrap those around a few times because, hey, you don't want it to unwind, right? And I give it a bit of a pull. That kind of tightens it in. We're going to knock the end off. And what you can do is you can Either just leave it straight, or like this one, maybe you can't see, but it's tied onto itself right there. So any way you want to make the top of the hat, that's what you do. Okay, so I'm gonna pull it on to the double pinch twist at the top of the hat. Use your cutting tool to pull that off right there. Then just gonna adjust the beard a little bit, get that going, and let's grab a little bit of pink for the tongue or the mouth, whatever. That's about, 2 fingers. That's tied onto itself. Get rid of the extras, push it into the face. It's just a pressure fit right there. Get the nose, go in the right direction. Let's get rid of this. Gone. We'll get rid of this extra kind of ear part. There we go. And then, once again, if you want, you can just deflate this and tie it on as a bracelet, or you can just totally pull it off, or do whatever you think is best. Just use your pen and make your artwork. And there is a Santa head. Anyway, have any questions, let me know. Have any requests, let me know. Other than that, have a wonderful day. Thanks for now. Bye.